What's up? I'm AJ and welcome back to Gen Z Garage. Today's video is going to be a relatively short video in which I repair this exhaust manifold using this gasless Lincoln electric welder. In order to weld, you need to make sure you have the right equipment, which includes a welding helmet, welding gloves and sleeves, a protective welding blanket, and a bucket of water with a towel.
In my last video, I removed the exhaust manifold from my 1985 Pontiac Fiero. We unfortunately had to cut the bolts free from the header pipe as they were too rusted to remove with a socket wrench. After examining the exhaust manifold, we discovered that the manifold has a hairline crack on the tube going to the cylinder number 4, right at the collector. This was largely unnoticeable when the car warmed up, but if left untreated could cause an engine compartment fire. I'm going to be repairing this using my Lincoln Electric Flux cord MIG welder. This is a welder that I got from my dad, which does not use any gas and also uses a standard 125 volt circuit. Ideally, it requires a 20 amp outlet, but will work on a 15 amp, though you may be popping the breaker from time to time. This welder uses what's called a flux core wire loop. That contains all of the flux in a nice core within the wire tubing. These compounds, when melted in your welder's arc, creates a shielding gas around the hot metal which protects the weld from open air. Pretty much a requirement if you're not going to use gas. Although this model no longer exists, Lincoln Electric makes a revised version of this called the Pro Core 250 welder, which retails from around $700. I start off by sanding down the area with a wire brush that I'm going to be welding. Without a clean surface, I'll have a hard time getting the welder to make a good connection and I'll end up with a lot of splatter. I then flip it over and do the other side of the crack as well. With all of my safety equipment on, I begin welding the crack starting at the top and slowly working my way down. My dad peeks his head in to inspect the welds and make sure I'm not going too fast or with too much heat. I then flip the manifold and begin repairing the other side. With my welding complete, I take the wet rag to cool off the metal. I would typically use the wet rag intermittently as I would weld to prevent the manifold from warping.
I've just finished welding it. It's a little bit messy, but it works and I did it, so it's awesome. The next step would probably be grinding it down and then re-welding any open holes. So that's probably going to be one of the future videos that I'm going to make. If you want to see when that video comes out and you want to see the rest of my progress in restoring the car, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you can not miss a video. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.
Well, I'll give him another 20 minutes. But that's it.